Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena on the official CoolStuffInc.com YouTube channel. Thank you, CoolStuffInc, for having me on. Use the promo code CGB5 to pre-order Eldraine, because that's cool. And we are playing our first Wilds of Eldraine standard here on the channel. And of course, being me, CGB, I look immediately at the cool cards for blue-white control, which thankfully we have some that I'm very, very excited about playing. Horned Loch-Whale is a new win con combined with removal spell, and this is a 4 mana and blue 6 total 6/6 flash ward 2, and this enters the battlefield tapped unless it's your turn. That's not great for flashing stuff in, but otherwise it would be really insane because it also comes with an adventure. Yes, adventure is back. Lagoon Breach is 1 and a blue for an instant, and the owner of target attacking creature you don't control puts it on the top or bottom of their library. A great setback for somebody trying to aggro you, and later a win con to actually get you to end games of Magic. Now that is a blue-white card for sure. The other card I'm most excited about is called Quick Study. For 2 and a blue instant, we draw 2 cards. Look, back in my day, we had Divination, and we played it, and it was good, and it was sorcery speed for the same effect, and we liked it. But now I can have it for instant speed, and I'm very excited about Quick Study. I actually hope this is as good as I think it will be. I would call it a multi-format all-star, with the other formats being Brawl. So I'm really excited to play Quick Study, and I'm really excited to unleash the power of Horned Loch-Whale and see if these things help blue-white control keep up with pesky Dimir decks, including fairy decks, that are sure to be popular in this meta. For the 2 mana removal spot that's very flexible, I'm running Fateful Absence because I expect lots of 3 mana planeswalkers in the future for this meta, and it's either this or Ossification. I'm a little bit worried about the mana requirement, so I'm going with Absence over Ossification, but if you want to add Ossification, I have had great experience with it in blue-white control. Cut the Adarkar Wastes, raise the basic count, and you'll be good to go. On that note, are you ready? It's time to dive into this early access shenanigans, brought to you by Wizards of the Coast, and let the nonsense begin.
Command Fest Orlando is coming October 20th to 22nd. So get ready for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering in one of the country's premier vacation destinations. Get your tickets now at commandfestorlando.com.
CoolStuffInc YouTube channel showdown. Me versus Ali Eldrazi. He's gonna hate me. But Ali's played a control deck or two in his time, along with his janky brews. Let's see what he's got for us this time. Green. Bramble Familiar, the elemental raccoon that taps for mana, but you can return it to your hand, and the adventure side is 7 mana to do crazy things. I'm gonna kill it. No fun. No raccoons allowed. 0 raccoon fun tolerance. Virtue of Strength, get it back. The green Virtue actually triples mana. It's been widely panned, but maybe is better than people think it should be. Farewell is nice though. Whether or not to hold up a counterspell for them going into the 5 mana position, I think I'm going to dare them to do something cool. I dare you, Ollie. What you got? Field of Ruin is probably just a colorless land in this matchup, considering that their Virtue requires basic lands to tap for 3 times as much mana. Tortoise. Blossoming Tortoise. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3, return a land from graveyard to battlefield tapped. Activated abilities of lands cost 1 less to activate. I guess they have Foundry. Land creatures get +1/+1. Nice. Well, Field of Ruin just got better. Let's pass. Celestus triggers are fun. Another Dissipate. I think I'm actually discarding a Wandering Emperor, which is wild, but it doesn't line up very well with what I'm trying to pull off here. It sends a message when you discard a Wandering Emperor, doesn't it? Trying to move to combat. No more turtle, please. Attack triggers are the bane of the Horned Loch-Whale. No attacks. What you got? A Planeswalker! Can't farewell that. A land that makes bears. Exciting. Card draw from the clues begins. Don't like my opponent getting out to outdraw me because of my cards. I drew 2 Fateful Absences and no Quick Studies or Memory Deluges. That could get ugly. Titan? Well, on one hand, we could farewell this, but I think that's what Ollie wants. Let's get the Dissipate cast. I want some Celestus triggers. I need to find the right cards. Two farewells. Well, I love the new card, the whale, but it's gotta go. Whatever Ollie is up to, farewell is one of the keys to fixing it. My Celestus! Seems like a good opportunity to make sure that no bears happen. Smite is not what I would call a good draw, but goodbye things, all the things. Smite can take out the Foundry, I guess. Triple mana! What do you think? Should we see what happens with triple mana? I'm curious. All basics make triple. Show me. Show me what you do. 18. Yes. Don't hold back. The woods are awakened. Okay. Sorry. All creatures, all enchantments. Why not graveyards? And then there were none. I know, no fun. Tortoise returns. Making land happen. Foundry throws a punch. Nasty 3-point punch. March. No Foundry attack this time. Let's see what you mill. Basics. Briefcase. What an Ollie card. Let's try to exile this tortoise. Zashigeki. It's a virtue of strength. Okay. Get back the Bramble Familiar. Oh, do we mill with it? The sorcery mode? Mill 7, put a creature, enchantment, or land onto the battlefield? Is that a Titan? I think that's a Titan. Good lord. It just keeps on coming. By the way, that's in Venture mode, so you can get back the Bramble Familiar, which you can then play, then return to your hand, then mill again. But eventually you run out of cards in your deck. Ollie's only got 25 here. Take out the token. A land, not great. No card draw. Still no card draw. It's not great. Lagoon Breach. Put that on top. Don't run Demolition Field, and if you can still run Field of Ruin for this deck, because Field of Ruin forces the shuffle, which is a big reason that we haven't used this one yet. Put the Titan on top, shuffle it back into the deck. Raccoon, nope, Virtue. Yep. Very strong. What you doing with all that mana? Bramble, okay. Shuffle that Titan away, please. It scares me. And exile the Familiar before it gets off summoning sickness and can come back. Still no card draw. The green deck is outdrawing us by a mile. With my help. Leveler, that's not good. That's very bad. We're going to need, I guess, a Wandering Emperor or something. Let's bring out the whale. I have a feeling it might just get killed by the leveler. That is an unfortunate top deck. Could have attacked there, and if they block, we use a Eiganjo. Tortoise. I mean, I kind of want them to keep milling, but they keep getting back these foundries. I've got to counter something. Ollie, why you no flood out? Like me. I'm sure he won't pay the 2. It's rat. Right, draw some card draw and a Wandering Emperor. Easy. Easy, right? Hey! This card does that. It does that thing. Seems like another Virtue of Strength for Ollie, because he spent a lot of time staring at his own graveyard. And there it is, to get back the land. Interesting. Land mills, but I guess that's the target. Blow up my Power Stone to make a tapped Power Stone. Well, reach you. Another one. More Power Stone nuking. Great. Multiple levelers. Love that for me. But I'm not dead to it yet. Just juggling Power Stones, don't mind me. Gotta draw a way to exile this to stay alive. That is not it. Oh, that game felt gross and kind of nasty. Oh well, it happens. GG's. That last game absolutely reminded me why I hate Fateful Absence, and Ossification is back in the deck. So that means we cut 2 of the Adarkar Wastes so we could have 10 basics. We'll see how much that punishes me. You have to be able to hit Planeswalkers because there's so many 3-mana Planeswalkers in Standard now that matter. Liliana being the big one, but then there's Kaido, there's Obnixilis, there's Ren. So you've got to have a 2-mana card that kills Planeswalkers and other things. You have to. And Fateful Absence, you're giving the opponent cards and then failing to draw your own card draw is so painful. Well, keep. The hand doesn't do nothing. We just need to draw a land, and I think we'll be okay. Yay, that was easy. Looks like our opponent might be the fairy deck. And they go straight for a fairy. Do we go straight for a Syncopate? I think I'll just get the quick study done. Make sure we're curving out nice. I have tapped out. Would you like to play something cool? Burned again. I told you the two mana planeswalkers in this format are gross.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
We could get a Wandering Emperor down, and then the opponent won't be able to use Kaito to draw. And then we'll get a chance to ossificate it. Yeah. This also makes sure that the Wandering Emperor resolves.
Now you're done. That's coming off. You're done.
Here comes a ninja.
It's like your defenses aren't even there.
And do nothing? Do nothing. Let's see what the opponent has here. Take out the Kaito. Beautiful. Plus the Emperor. Try to keep it around. I'm sure that they would be able to kill a 2/2 easily. Very Vandal. Okay. Anything else? Not yet. You know they really want to kill the Wandering Emperor. Everybody does. Let's see if we can Lagoon Breach this Vandal. And there's a counter spell. But we have to get through those counters at some point.
Our swords will cross again.
And there's no new Kaito, which is what I was really scared of. And now we get to play the instant speed game. No fairy flashed in there. Our opponent has a Mirrex, but we have a Field of Ruin. Reach you. Again. And they chose bottom. I'll take one. Do we try to counter this? Oh man. They have 2 mana up. It could have another spell stutter, but I don't think so. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can get this counter spell used on something expensive. They don't have many expensive cards. Oh, they did have 2 of them. It's very good. Let's see what they name. 6. Okay. They can see what's in the exile zone and they don't like it. All right. Again. Can't have all counter spells. On top. Okay. $18. Move to end step. Go after the Mirrex. Shuffle that deck. Shuffle Talion away. Okay, new fairy arrives. Let's stock up on blue mana. We've been too limited to play our Memory Deluge and another blue spell for a few turns now. And another one! We're going to be on the lookout for a Sunfall. Our opponent has 3 creatures on board. That said, can they deal with 1 whale? It's twice as fast a clock. Man, do we go for the whale that they can see? Or do we go for the Memory Deluge that they can't? I want to try to race them. Whale sounds. I'm coming. Here I come. I'm wailing in your general direction. That doesn't sound right. Just let me cook. The fencing. It's a very expensive fencing. Would you like to pay the ward? They would like to pay the ward. So X equals 3. If I can remove one of these, I'm trying to think of what I could hit that would remove them. A Wandering Emperor would. Let's see. We'll go for the blowout. No, that's not it, is it? Okay. Well, do I take the land? You could hit an ossification, but is that even a playable here? With a farewell on deck? Another one. Let's see what they name. Is it 6 again? Or 7? Okay, 6. That's unfortunate because they nailed the farewell. 12 life. Oh, they have committed to the board. I think the farewell is worth it. We could also find a Sunfall. Do not. Ow, but worth. Snare Master Sprite. Just a 1/1 that taps stuff, right? Not too scary. This will probably run them out of the game. Grab lands, grab counters. Keep it coming. It's that part of the blue-white game. I'll go to 9 to start the Mirrex train. Field of Ruin. Swing. Why not? Let's breach them. Probably very happy to put that on the bottom. A new Talion. What do you name? I think whatever they name, we can play around it fine from this spot. They name 6 again. Okay, in that case. Take a beach. Take another deluge. Ossificate. Get the points in. Whale? Got a whale of a tail for you. Oh my goodness. I think we're taking over. It won't be long now. In fact, I think it's, if I did the math right, it's only one more turn. So give it up for the opponent. A few kindly thank you opponents in the chat for letting me actually play out the win con and letting the whale do its thing. I know that's not always the funnest for the opponents to watch. And I always feel a little worse about it in early access because it's other content creators. But on ladder, we show no mercy. This is Magic the freaking Gathering. Ah, control. 10-minute plus games. And this is our rubber match. 2-1? Or 1-2. One of these is a positive 60+% win rate, which makes it a deck for smart people. The other is a 33% win rate, which is unacceptable and should be deleted from the internet. This hand is fine. I mean, we've got the tough, do we get double white, double blue, or neither coming up here. That's always fine. It's control. You keep weird hands like this. Mono red. Maybe it's mono red. Embereth Veteran's a new one. 1 mana 2/1 that you can sack to make a Young Hero Roll token. Okay. Feels like mono red. How are they always on the play, right? They made a treasure. Do I Os or Whale? I think we Whale early. Putting a creature on top of their deck is always a little more painful early on. Having to redraw it, possibly ruining their chance to curve out or draw their best card. We'll go for the Scoundrel. If we go for the Veteran and they sack it in response, it's a bit of a blowout. We don't get our Whale. And they go bottom. Regal Bunnycorn, you play other colors? Its power and toughness are equal to the number of non-land permanents you control. Hype. Sorry. I've got no time for this Bunnycorn. Too scary. Too scary. Oh, the new Tarmogoyf, right? Just put a lot of non-land permanents on the field. Make a giant Bunnycorn. Monstrous Rage. It's a good card, Monstrous Rage. It gets +2/+0 and the monster roll, which is trample and an aura that grants +1/+1 and trample. I think we go for it though with the Wandering Emperor here. That said, if we save the Mirrex, we have Sunfall. And we're at 10. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take one more big punch to get a little more value. They're probably going to make a treasure because they showed us they play white. Six life. Danger zone. And find the plains. Let's grab a smite. Sunfall. They found the white land, so they get to play Godric. This card is pretty cool. If 2 permanents enter the battlefield, it turns into a dragon. A very scary card. We're at 3 life. I think with 1 open mana, I think we make this play. We gotta make sure that we get this life back.
During my travels, this is what you get for hurting my people.
They found another land. Can they close this out? 5 hasty damage isn't insane. Okay, if they can make another permanent enter the battlefield, that's so bad for us because it plays around the smite. And they do! They have the Bunnycorn! It's a 4/4 flyer! Does it go face? It goes face! Poor smite. I activate my incubator token. But they only have 1 spell left. 1 card in hand. We need them to not Dragonize Godric this turn. They have 2 permanents. Also, don't activate Field of Ruins. That would be a permanent entering the battlefield for them. There's 1 permanent. No, it has to be a non-land, right? That's right. Okay. Okay. We're going in. What's the play? Witchstalker Frenzy. No! All right. How do we get out of this? Obviously, we're going to smite 1 thing, but we need to draw something else as well. And this goes deeper. With only 2 mana, it would have to be a whale, whereas this could draw a dissolve here. So we have to make a tough choice between the Quick Study or the Memory Deluge right now. Is the card we need in the top 2, or is it in the top 4, but it only costs 2 mana? I think we're gonna do this. Come on. Come on. No! Death by Bunnycorn. I choose Death by Thought we were going to get back into that one. Well, if I had made a 2-2, we would have made it out of that alive, huh? Wrong choice. CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of me, CGB, and you can get my unique Dragon Rider token and 5% off your entire order by using the code CGB5 at checkout. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this sweet dragon token. If you need singles for constructed or kitchen table play, and you want to pick up sealed product or the latest Magic accessories, remember to use the code CGB5 at checkout for 5% off and get my Dragon Rider token. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.